Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, so we're gonna go straight into the book now. So the first page is looking at the first letter of the alphabet, which is Alif. Now, we spoke about how many letters are there in the Arabic language, and some may say there's 28, and others may say that there's 29. And the reason for that is because the letter Alif can convert into another letter called Hamzah. So if you look at this symbol on top of the Alif, which looks like this, so this symbol is what we refer to as a Hamzah. We'll learn more later as we go along in the book what is a Hamzah. So the letter Alif and the letter Hamzah are kind of interchangeable. Sometimes we use the letter Alif and sometimes we use the letter Hamzah. So some books will combine the two letters, Alif and Hamzah, as one, like is the case with this particular book. So we say there's 28 letters because we are considering the letter Hamzah as being another version of the letter Alif. So the letter Alif, the true Alif, doesn't have any of the vowel symbols. So you may have already learnt in previous studies of the Arabic language, or for those of you who are new, in English, what are the vowels? In English, we have A, E, I, O, U. Yeah, so they are the vowels in the English language. So letters A, E, I, O, and U are the vowels in the English language. What are the vowels in the Arabic language? So those of us from the Indian subcontinent who've learnt Arabic may have learnt the terms Zabar, Zer, and Pesh, which are Persian terms. Zabar, Zer, and Pesh. The Arabic terms are Fatha, or you have a Kasra, or you have what we call a Dhamma. The Fatha is like the English letter A, so it makes an A sound. The Kasra is like an E sound, so like letter I. And the Dhamma is like an U sound, so like the letter U. So we're talking about the Alif. So the true Alif, so in Arabic, a symbol on top is the Fatha, a symbol underneath is the Kasra, and the round symbol is the Dhamma. So they are the vowels in Arabic. Now, a true Alif, the letter Alif, doesn't have a vowel. If it has a vowel, it's called a Hamzah. Okay, so if the letter Alif has any of the Arabic vowels, Fatha, Kasra, Dhamma, or if you want to call them Zabar, Zer, and Pesh, from how you've learnt them in the past, these were things introduced later into the Arabic language to make it easier for non-Arabs to be able to read. So you may have already looked through the alphabet and you'll notice some of the letters, they have these dots on them. So these dots help us recognize which letter it is. If you look at, for example, the letter Ba and Ta, the letter Ba has one dot underneath. The letter Ta has two dots above. But the original script of Arabic going back 1400 years didn't even contain these symbols, these nuktas, these dots. So the Ba, Ta, Tha, all of them look the same. The Arabs knew which letter is which, but when the Arabic language spread to lands of Persia and Rome, it became very difficult for non-Arabs to be able to identify and recognize the letters. So later, what the scholars of the Arabic language did to make it easier for the non-Arab to be able to read Arabic and to be able to distinguish between letters that appear the same in shape when you write them, they added in these dots to help identify letters. Later, the vowels which we briefly spoke about, which we will learn in more detail later, so the fatha, the kasra, the dhamma, this similitude of the letters A, E, I, O, U in the English language. So the vowels were later introduced. So these dots were later introduced into the Arabic language, and so were the vowel signs. And why were they introduced? They were introduced to make it easier for the non-Arab, like you and I, to be able to read Arabic. So that was a bit of history about the letter Alif. So the letter Alif is only an Alif when there's nothing on it, when it doesn't have any of the vowels, no symbols, it's just the letter Alif on its own.